Exploring cells. The objective for today is that you can distinguish between a single cell and multi-celled organisms. So to start us off, first we got to figure out what is a cell. A cell is the smallest working units of all living things. So everything that is living is made up of cells. They come from previous cells through cell division. So everything living in this whole world is made of these teeny little cells. You cannot see a cell unless you are looking under a microscope. They're that tiny. So the definition of a cell is called the smallest unit that is capable of performing a life function. So cells are building blocks for all living things. So a cell is the smallest unit that is capable of performing life. Remember, a cell is very, very tiny, and you would need a very large microscope with a lot of zoom to even see a single cell. So here you can kind of see a picture of a cell under a microscope. So we're going to learn about two types of organisms. We're going to learn about a single-celled organism and multi-celled organism, which we talked about yesterday. We read the article about a single-celled organism. So the first one we're going to learn about is a single-celled or unicellular. This consists of one cell. So when you're thinking about it, think of a single cell. A single is one. So these organisms only have one cell. They're usually very, very tiny, and everything that this organism needs to live, the one cell takes care of. Multi-celled organisms are organisms that consist of more than one cell. So multi meaning many. So organisms that consist of more than one. So if they have all these different types of cells helping this organism live, each cell is specialized, and that's a very important word. Each cell is specialized. What specialized means that each cell has a different job in order for that organism to live. They must work together for the organism to survive. Okay, so here's some examples of each types of organism. If you look here at the single-celled organism, some examples here are bacteria, which you can see in these pictures, amoeba, which we read about yesterday, that was in the White Water Center, and then fungi. All of these perform all life functions with itself. So this amoeba performs all life functions just by itself. It has nothing else with it. A multi-celled organism is like the type of organisms that you would think about. They're all plants, all animals. A human is a multi-celled organism. So when I think of many cells in this organism, I think of a human. And I know a human has skin cells that makes up its skin. They have blood cells that make up the blood. They have hair cells. They have a ton of different cells that each do a different job so we can live. So together, a single-celled organism and multi-celled both do similar things. They both eat and use energy to eat. They both get rid of waste. They both move around in some sort of way. They both grow. They both reproduce. And they both respond to their environment. So a single cell has one cell that does all of this. A multi-celled organism, like a human, has many cells to perform all of these functions. So multi-celled has many specialized cells. A single cell has one.